You are watching your favorite YouTube channel, K Pankh, with Tarkeshwar Pandey. Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to know about our chapter, Be My Multiple, I'll Be Your Factor. In this chapter, today we will cover two most important methods of HCF. As you know, that the full form of HCF is highest common factor. Okay, because we have already discussed about HCF, so today I am not going to discuss about HCF, but today we will discuss two most important methods for finding HCF. So, dear students, first of all, we are going to know about first method, that's name is prime factorization method. And after finishing this method, we will know about our second method, that is division method. So watch this video from starting till the end, so you can understand properly the method for finding HCF. So let's begin with prime factorization method. So how we will find the HCF by prime factorization method? Now we are going to know about this. First of all, know what is prime factorization, because we have to find HCF. So first of all, we have to know that what is prime factorization. So before discussing about prime factorization, once again I want to repeat what is prime number. So prime number is most important term here. So first of all, know about what is prime number. I hope you have already known about prime numbers. So tell me, what is prime number? Definitely you will tell that the number which is exactly divisible by 1 and itself is called prime number. Yes, this answer is also correct. But some students may also tell that the number having only two factors, are called prime numbers. I also agree with this answer, because this answer is also correct. So you can tell about prime numbers that the number which is exactly divisible by 1 and itself is called prime number. Or you can also tell that the number having only two factors are called prime numbers. But remember one thing, 1 is neither prime number nor composite number. So we have not to take 1. Okay? So now know about prime factorization. When we will use prime numbers like 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, etc., then we have to find factorization by using these prime numbers. So we can tell that the factorization in which we use only prime numbers are called prime numbers, and the factorization is known as prime factorization. So how will we find prime factorization of a number? Know about this. Suppose you have a number like 24. So how will you find prime factorization of 24? Remember one thing always, you have to find the factors of 24 as only prime numbers. You have not to divide 24 by other than prime numbers like composite numbers. So when you have to divide 24, then first of all you can use 2. So 2 is the first prime number by which you can easily divide 24. So when you read 12 times the table of 2, then you will find 24. Once again, you can also divide 12 by the table of 2. So 2 6 the 12. You can also divide 6 by the use of 2. 2 3 the 6. And now at the last, you can also divide 3 by the use of 3. So here 2, 2, 2 and 3 all are prime numbers. And when we divide 24 by the use of prime numbers, then this type of factorization is called prime factorization. So today we are going to know HCF by the use of prime factorization. So how will we find HCF by the use of prime factorization? Suppose you have to find HCF of 24 and 36. Then how will you find HCF of 24 and 36? Suppose this is a question. Find the HCF of 24 and 36. So when you have to find the HCF of 24 and 36, then first of all you have to find the factorization of 24. You can also say prime factorization of 24. And after that, you have to find factorization of 36. Means prime factorization of 36. So for finding prime factorization of 36, you have to divide this 36 by 2, because 2 is the first prime number. You can also say 2 is the smallest prime number, as we have already discussed about this. So first of all, divide by 2. When you will read the table of 2 up to 18 times, then you will find 36. So you can also say 2 18 ja 36 or 18 2 ja 36. So what will be about 18? When will you divide 18 by 2? Then you will find, when you will read 9 times the table of 2, then you will find 18. After that, when you will divide 9 with the help of 3, then you will find 3 3 is 9, so 3 will be the quotient. Now when you will divide 3 by the use of 3, then you can find 3 1s are 3. So these are prime factorizations of 36. So here you can easily say that 2, 2, 3, 3, these all numbers are prime numbers. So after finding prime factorization of 24 and 36, now next step is related to HCF. These all two steps, when you have found the prime factorization of 24 and the prime factorization of 36, these two steps are also related to HCF, but the main step is here of HCF. So what should we do for finding HCF? For finding HCF of 24 and 36, now we have to write all factors of 24, or you can say prime factors of 24. So 24 is equal to, you can also write 2 multiply 2 multiply 2 multiply 3. There is no need to write 1, because 1 is not a prime number. So never write 1. And after that, write the prime factorization of 36, like 2 multiply 2 multiply 3 multiply 3. And now think about HCF. What is the full form of HCF? As we have already discussed about this, HCF means highest common factor. Highest common factor. Common means the number which is including in both or more than 2 prime factorizations. You can include all the numbers which are common in all the prime factorizations. Like here, 2 is common in both factorization. Again, another 2 is also common in both factorization. And 1 3 is also common in both factorization. So here we have found 3 numbers, 2, 2 and 3. So these all numbers are common in both factorization. So now we will write HCF is equal to 2 into 2 into 3. 2 2s are 4 and 4 3s are 12. Always remember, when you are going to multiply, then you have to multiply all these numbers. Like 2 2s are 4. After that 4 3s are 12. You can also multiply these numbers from right to left, or you can also multiply from left to right. Like 3 2s are 6 and 6 2s are 12. So you can easily say that the HCF of 24 and 36 will be 12, because we have found 12 as HCF of 24 and 36. So here you can easily look that when you have to find HCF by the use of prime factorization, then you should do two simple steps. Your first step is find prime factorization of all given numbers. Either there are two numbers or you have also more than two numbers, then you have to find prime factorization of each number separately. After finding prime factorization, you have to write prime factorization of all numbers separately. Then after, look on those numbers which are common in all factorization. Like we have found here 2 is common in 24 and 36 both. So we have to circle the first common prime factorization. After that another 2 is also common, and after that 3 is common. So we have to circle all those numbers which are common in all given prime factorization, and then multiply those numbers. You can multiply either from left to right, or you can also multiply from right to left. Your answer will be same. So here we have found that the HCF of 24 and 36 is 12. So 12 is your correct answer. But one question is also here. Suppose you have found larger number, then this process will not be suitable for finding HCF of large number, because when you will try to find the prime factorization of a larger number, then it will take much time. So for saving your time, you can also use another method that is known as division method. So how will we find HCF by the use of division method? Now we are going to know about this. So be ready, take your pen or pencil and try to know about our method number B, that is division method for finding HCF. So now we are going to find HCF of same numbers 24 and 36. How will we find the HCF by use of division method? So our question will be same. Find the HCF of 24 and 36. But here we are going to find the HCF of these two numbers by using division method. So as you know, in division method we have to divide the larger number by smaller number. So here 24 is a smaller number and 36 is large number. So we have to divide 36 by 24. So remember one thing always, that you should divide larger number by smaller number. So one thing I also want to repeat for you all, that this number by which we are going to divide the larger number, this number is known as divisor. This number is known as divisor. And here the number which you are looking in the middle of box, or you can say the number to whom we are going to divide, that is known as dividend. Whenever divide the number comes here, that is known as quotient. And after subtracting the number which we find at the end, that is known as a remainder. So remember these all parts of division. The number by which we are going to divide the large number, that is known as divisor, the larger number to whom we have to divide, that is known as dividend. The number which we will find by division, that is known as quotient. And at the last, the number which left, that is known as remainder. So, in this method, we have to find HCF of 24 and 36. So 24 is here divisor, 36 is dividend, and now we have to find quotient and remainder. So look here carefully and know about the HCF of 24 and 36. First of all, we will divide 36 by only one time, because when we will read the table of 24 two times, then it will be 48, and 48 will be larger in the comparison of 36. So we have to read the table of 24 only one time. So this is 24. When we will minus 36 minus 24, then it will be 6 minus 4 is equal to 2, and 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. After that, one thing is most important here in HCF, that the remainder which you will find, finally in the process of division, that will be divisor in the next step. So here 12 will be divisor for the next step, and your dividend will be the first divisor by which you have divided in HCF process. So here you have to write 24. So when we will divide 24 by 12, then it will be in 2 times. When you will read 2 times the table of 2, then it will be 24. So 12 to the 24. There is no any remainder, or you can say the remainder is 0. So which number will be the exact HCF of 24 and 36? 2 or 12? So remember this thing also, the number which will finally divide the number for finding a remainder 0, that number is known as HCF. So here your HCF will be 12. So you can easily say that the HCF of 24 and 36 is 12. So this is our final answer for HCF of 24 and 36. As you have looked in our previous method by prime factorization method, our HCF was also 12. And at this time we have also found the HCF 12. So this is our final answer. Now I am going to revise these all two concepts once again for your better understanding. So watch carefully and try to understand properly about prime factorization method and division method, because these two methods are very simple for finding HCF. But it is most important here, you should mind on both methods properly. So first of all, prime factorization method. For finding HCF, by the use of prime factorization method, you must know about prime numbers. Prime numbers are those numbers that have only two factors, that is 1 and itself. For example, 2 is a prime number because 2 is only divisible by 1 and itself 2. 3 is also a prime number, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17 and 19, and so on. Many prime numbers you can find, but you have to divide only by the use of prime numbers, because the name of this method is prime factorization method. So in this method, for finding HCF, you have to divide each number separately by prime numbers. Like we have divided here 24 by prime numbers, like 2. When you have divided 24 by 2, then you will find 12. After that 6, after that 3, and here 2, 2, 2 and 3 are prime numbers. Again, you have to divide 36 by prime numbers, and you have found here 18, 9, 3, and prime numbers are 2, 2, 3, 3. Then after, you have to write all the prime factors of a number, and after that you have to find the common numbers which are found in both prime factorizations. And after finding common numbers, you have to put a circle sign, and then after you have to multiply those all numbers which you have found common in both or more than two numbers. After finding product, the final product will be your HCF. Now know about division method. For finding HCF by the use of division method, you have to divide the larger number by smaller number. So when you will divide large number by smaller number, then you will definitely find one quotient and one remainder. So here 1 is quotient and 12 is remainder. Then in the next step, your remainder will be divisor, and your first divisor will be dividend. After that, divide the dividend by divisor, and up to the last time when you will find 0, you have to divide. Because when you will not find 0, then your answer will not be perfect. So for finding perfect number, for finding perfect remainder, for finding remainder 0, you have to divide till when you will find remainder as 0. So in this question, we have found 12 to the 24, and the remainder will 0. So you can say that the HCF of 12, 24 and 36 is 12. So by using these two methods, we have found the HCF of 24 and 36. Now I am going to give you one very simple question for finding the answer of that question. So be ready, take your pen or pencil and find the HCF of 12 and 18. This question is for your classwork. So find the HCF of 12 and 18, and you have 1 minute for finding the HCF of 12 and 18. You can use either prime factorization method or division method. You can put any method for finding the HCF of 12 and 18. So be ready and find the HCF quickly. Now your time is going to start on your mobile screen. I hope you will find the HCF of 12 and 18 very fast. So be ready and try to find the HCF of 12 and 18. Okay. Now I am going to erase the HCF of 24 and 36 because we have to find the HCF of 12 and 18. So now look here, the HCF of 12 and 18. If you have found the HCF of 12 and 18, then you can match your answer on whiteboard. So be ready and match the answer. First of all, write the larger number in bracket and write the smaller number as divisor. So your larger number will be dividend and your small number will be divisor. And now read the table of 12. When you will read the table of 12, then 12 ones are 12 and 12 twos are 24. So 24 will be the large number in the comparison of 18. So read the table of 12 only one time. After that, you can find here 12. Subtract 12 from 18. You will find here 6. Now your 6 is a remainder for first process. But in the next process, your 6 will be divisor, and 12, which was divisor in first step, it will be dividend. So write here dividend as 12, and now it is very simple. 6 twos are 12, so you can write here 2 and 6 twos are 12. Now subtract it. You have found remainder as 0. So your process has finished here because you have found remainder as 0. So now which number will be HCF? 2 or 6? I have already said that the number which will divide You can also say the divisor which will divide the dividend exactly. The divisor which will divide the dividend exactly means the remainder will be 0. Then the divisor will be your HCF. So here HCF of 12 and 18 will be 6. So right at the last, so the HCF of 12 and 18 is 6. So this is your final answer. I hope you all have done this answer perfect. So match your answer, match your process from whiteboard, and if you have done the correct answer, then write your correct answer in comment box also, so we can also know that what is your exact and correct answer. So this is very simple method for finding HCF, and I hope you have revised these two methods for finding HCF. So now I want to finish this video because the time is more. The time has taken more in this video. So that's all for today. We will meet shortly in the next video. So for the time, I want to wish you all have a good day. Goodbye.